Rusty's Sudoku stream. We'll be starting puzzle here in just a couple of minutes. Getting things set up. I have a event I need to be at. I need to pick somebody up about 5:15, and I need to get over to our event by 6 o'clock. That's going to last until maybe 10 o'clock at night. I can return, get everybody back to a safe place, and that's kind of interesting. I'm in one of the inner ring suburbs of a city called Minneapolis. You may have heard something about that in the news today. I was nowhere near where that event happened. That doesn't mean that I won't be near there. One of my passengers today, my niece, lives in South Minneapolis, which is the general region. Minneapolis is a fairly good sized city, so I don't believe where she was working would have been at all involved in this, but I am pretty sure that it will be a topic of some discussion tonight. I will try to avoid talking with her about it because that's her business to decide what to work on or discuss or not. And I'm there for the event, not for that discussion. Likewise, we're here to see if we can solve this puzzle. Just turned 2:59 here, or 14:59. I've got another less than a minute now, about half a minute. Then we'll get this this puzzle checked, started, and we'll see how things go. This is a medium level puzzle. It's puzzle number 607 from the Sudoku 1000 Medium Puzzles collection, available on Etsy and Amazon from the Sudoku Store. Sudoku Store is on BlueSky. Don't know if they're also on other services, but on BlueSky, find their profile at Sudoku Store, and that will get you to their links to their storefronts, and very well may be able to find their books collections from there as well. They'd also have some discounts from time to time. All right, 3 o'clock, my time, and this is a solvable puzzle. I'll give you a 20-second head start here, another 15 seconds left, and we'll see if I can solve this in a timely fashion. And 5 more seconds. And there we go. All right, this is going to be a 1. This will be a 1. Oops, not that. That'll be a 1. 1. Here we get a 1. We get 2 possible 1s here. 1 here and 2 possible 1s here. How about 2s? We get a 2 here and a 2 here. That makes this a 2, not a 4. 2. I've got we got 2 possibilities here. How about here? I've got 4, which is more than I mark. Here we got 5 possibilities. Again, I don't mark those. Oh, no, 3 possibilities. Still, too many to mark. 5 possibilities here. Now we're down to 2 possibilities here. And doesn't help us enough over here. Oh, actually, it does help us some. We now have 2 possibilities here. I still have 3 possibilities here. Let's look at 3s. We got a 3 here. One of these 2 is going to be a 3. I got 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities there and there. 4 possibilities up here. And unrestricted there, 6 possibilities here. So on to 4s. One of these two is going to be a 4. And we've got 6 possibilities there. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 4 there. 5 possibilities here. Okay, we get to fill a block here. That's a 5. We end up with 2 possibilities for a 5 here. 3 possibilities in here, so we'll not mark that. We get a solve of a 5 here, so there's 2 possible 5s here. There's also 2 possible 5s here. Means this is a 5, this becomes a 5, and down here we end up with a 5 here. Okay, 6s. We get a 6 here. One of these two will be a 6, not a 3. 6 here. This one here will be a 6. And that makes one of these two a 6. One of these two is a 6. One of these two will be a 6, which means this is a 6. And that takes care of 6s. So now we look at 7s. We get to fill this 7. This is not a 2 here. It's optionally, potentially a 3. So let's see, what else? I got 2 possible 7s here. 2 possible 7s here. 2 possible 7s here, which means that's not a 7, that's a 7, that's a 6. Up here, we've got 4 possible 7s. I've got 2 possible 7s, so that's not a 5, that is. And that makes this a 5, this becomes a 6. And does that help anywhere else? I'm sure it will. We get a 6 here. Now we've got those already. Okay. How about 8s? We've got an 8 going here. Another 8 here. This will be an 8. And down. Oh, this is not a 6, is it? Yeah, this is not a 6 or this is not a 1. So let's back some of this stuff out. Okay, I am not sure why I tagged this as being a 1. So we gotta go back a fair amount here, don't we? That's why it's a 1. Because this one got tagged as a 1. So maybe that should not be a 1. Alright. One of these two is a 1. One of these two is a 1. Alright, now we can have these two being a 1. Actually, I can't I? Because I've got 3 possibilities for a 1 there. Alright, so we do get a 1 there. One of these two is a 1. And we got 4 possibilities for a 1 here. 2. One of these 3 is going to be a 2. This is going to be a 2. And down here, I've got 3 possibilities for 2. 2 possibilities here. Okay. And 4 possibilities here. 3s. So these can't be a 3. That makes one of these two a 3. There's a 3 there, so that means that's a 3. We got 4 possible 3s there. 4 possible 3s there. 4 possible here. Not a lot of useful work out on that. 4 possibles here as well. All right, 4s. So one of these two is going to be a 4. And right, this one's going to be a 4. Here we've got 4 possibilities, 4 possibilities. One of these 3 will be a 4. Wide open for 4s up here at the moment. And one of these 6 are going to be a 4. We get to drop a 5 in here now. This becomes a 5. That means one of, not that one. This is going to be a 5. This will be a 5. One of these two will be a 5. I've got 3 possibilities here and 2 possibilities here. All right, 6s. We got a 6 here. One of these two will be a 6. And let's see. That's going to be a 6. One of these two will be a 6. All right, I've got 4 possibilities there. 3 possibilities here. All right, 7s. This one does become a 7. One of these two is going to be a 7. Result. I've got 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities there and here. All right, 8s. Again, 8 here. One of these two is going to be an 8. I've got 3 possibilities for an 8 here. 2 possibilities here. An 8 here, 4 here. That will affect things. We now have 2 possibilities for a 4 there. Still have 4 possibilities here. And it looks like all I can do for 8s at the moment. So we've got a 9 here. That means this is going to be a 9. This will be a 3. One of these two is going to be a 9. Not this one, though. That makes that a 9. This becomes a 9. Got a 9 here and here. One of these two is going to be a 9. Over here, we've got 3 possibilities, 4 possibilities for a 9. Having filled a few things in, we now have a 6 here. That makes this into a 3. This becomes a 3. This will be a 3. And I've got 2 possibilities for a 3 here, as well as 2 possibilities for a 3 here. All right. 3 possibilities for 4 here. We solve one of them here. That makes 2 possibilities for a 4 here. Still 4 possibilities here, but now we've got a solution for a 4 here. That means 2 possibilities for a 4 here. So this can no longer be a 5. That becomes a 5. That means I've now got 2 possibilities for a 5 here. Not the third possibility there. All right. Again, 8 here, 8 here. I want 2, 2 and 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these two is going to be a 6. So that can't be a 2. That'll be a 2. this will be a 7, which means this is a 7, and one of these two is a 7. Okay, one of these two is a 7, means this cannot be a 7, that's going to be a 7. Don't know if that's a 5 yet, might be. One of these, nope, that's not going to be a 5, we got a 5 here. One of these two will be a 2. All right, one of these two is a 2. We've got 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. Okay. How about ones? Looks like I've got 3 possibilities for 1 there. Down here, I end up with, oh, we've got a 1 there, 2 possibilities here, supposedly 3 here. Okay. 2s. Let's see, one of these 3 is going to be a 2. It's going to be this one. Because a 2 over here has to be one of these 4 because of this 2. That means that was leaving that there column or row. Or that's only 2 that we can put there. This becomes a 1. All right. One of these 2 is now a 1. Over here, we don't have any help with the 2s. We got 3s already, though. 4s. Again, we've got 4 possibilities for a 4. Different 4 from the 2s. 5 and 6. Pair of possibilities for 7. Pair of possibilities for 8. 2 possibilities for a 9. All right, down here, we've got a 1, a pair of 2s, pair of 3s and 4s, 5, pair of 6s, 7. So pair of 8s, split, and one of these 3 will be a 9. It's going to be this one. That makes this an 8, this is 6, this a 2. And that means we've got 2 possibilities for a 2 here. Go with the 7s. All right. That 6 means this is a 1 and this is a 6. Over here, we've got an 8, a 9, and a 5 now. That makes this into a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going. Nope, not there. There's a problem with that being a 6, isn't there? Okay. Let's explore that not being a 9. What do we get for that not being a 9? All right. If this is an 8, that means that's a 9 because 9 now has to be in here, one of these 2. Turns this into an 8, though. This now can be a 6. One of these 2 becomes a 1. Makes this a 6, this a 1. This becomes a 6, a 2 here. And this would be a 9, except it can't be 9. Can't be a 4 or 3. Hey, this one's not being fun, is it? All right. I am going to restart this, reset the puzzle, because I'm kind of stuck at a quandary point there. All right. We know up here, 1 and 1, 2, so 1 and 5. Over here, we've got 2 possibilities for 3. That makes this into a 3. 4, 3 possibilities for 5, 6, 2, and 7 goes here. So now we've got 2 possibilities for 5, 6, 7, 8, and this can't be a 9 either. So that's a 9, 5, and 3. Can we fill in anything here? Now we know we've got a 1, 2, one of these two is going to be a 3, 4, one of these two is going to be a 5. Not that one, so 5 and 3 here. Here we've got 2, 3, one of these two will be a 4, and one will be an 8. It's going to be that one, so that's a 4. In here, we've got 2 possibilities for a 9, 2 possibilities for 1, and that means the middle one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't identify the 1 and the 9 yet, but we're somewhat better along at this point. All right, down here, we've got a 1, 2, 3. Looks like this is going to be a 4. And that means one of these 3 will be a 4. Don't know which yet. We've got 3 possibilities for a 5 here. 3 possibilities for a 6. We've got a 7 already. 2 possibilities for an 8. And 2 possibilities for a 9. So up here, like I've got 4 possibilities for a 1. 3 possibilities for a 2. We've got a 3 already. 3 possibilities for a 4. 3 possibilities for a 5. 6. 2 possibilities for a 7. An 8 and a 9. We've got earmarks for the 7s there, but that's it. All right. Over here, let's see. One of these two is going to be a 1. Got 5 possibilities for a 2 here. 3 there, so 4 possibilities for 3 here. Oh, hey, we've got 2 possibilities for 3 here. Not helping at the bottom of that column, but gives me a little bit of that working space. 4s, we've got everything available for 4s here. 4 possibilities here. One of these two will be a 4. I end up with 4 possibilities here, though. Okay, 5s. We get a 5 up here, and that means one of these two is going to be a 5. And let's see. This gets to be a 5, because this 5 says this one can't be. This 5 says these two can't be, so that's that one. Now we've got 2 possibilities for a 5 narrowed down here. All right. 6s, one of these. Oh, this is going to be a 6. That means one of these two is a 6. Sevens. I've got 4 possibilities for a 7 here. 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And those two earmarked. All right. 8s. One of these two is going to be an 8. I've got 3 possibilities for 8 here. And 2 already earmarked over here. So that's it for 8s. 9s. 3 possibilities for a 9 there. We get anything better here? We get 2 possibilities. One of these two will be a 9. because this is blocking these. This is blocking this one. So, over here we've already got 2 earmarked. And over here we've got 4 possibilities. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and do a flood fill for everything else. I'm going to put 3 possible ones here. Up here, not that, 4 possible ones. I can avoid it. I do kind of like not flood filling these, but looks like it's not something I can avoid at this point. 2s, we've got 4 possible 2s here. 3 down here. 2 possible 2s here. 4 up here. And 3 possible 2s here. This becomes a 3. Means I now have 2 possible 3s here. 4 possible 3s down here. A 3 here, that knocks down to 2 possible 3s here. And that's it for 3s. 4, 2 here. We now have 2 possible 4s here. That means we've got 2 possible 4s here, along with 4 possible 4s here. Down here we get 4 possible 4s, and here we're taken care of. So 5s. I've got 3 possible 5s here, 2 here marked, and 2 up here that are marked. Okay, 6s. 2 here marked. That can't be a 6. Or that. So one of these 2 is a 6. That means this one is a 6. How about 7s? We got 2 marked there. 3 possible 7s here. 3 here. 3 here. 4 here. All right, 8s. We've got these 2 marked for 8s. That kind of means we've got 3 possibles down here. This one can't be an 8, so that's an 8. That becomes an 8. That turns that into an 8. All right. 9s. 3 possible 9s here. 3 possible 9s here. 2 marked there. All right. See if we can solve this now. We get a 6 here. 2, 4, 5. 9, 3, 7, 9, 3, 7, 9. Up here we get a 7. Makes this into a 7. 1, 5. Down here we get a 9. 1, 5, 1, 5 means a 7 here. 4 here. 1, 2, 6 here. 7 here. 1 and 9 here. 4, 9, 2 here, and I missed one of them. This is a 4. No, that's not a 4. If I say this one's that's not a 7. Seven would have to be down here. All right. And that, based on that, not be a 7. However, let's work with that as a 7. 9, 2. That makes this into a 1. 6, 9, and 2. 4 and 9. 9. 7, 3. 9, 9. 7. Oops. Back that out in case I got a 7 to drop. 7 here, 2, and this can't be a 1 because I've got a 1 there. One going there is consistent with the 1, 5 here. Turns that into a 6. That becomes a 1 and 9 here. 4, 2, 9. That can't be a 2, so this would be a 2. Okay, this is not going well. All right. Instead of solving initially, let's just earmark everything. Reset puzzle. All right. 1, 1. This one I have to put in a 2. So 1 and 5. All right. Ones are on the board. 2. That's 2s on the board. So 3s. And yes, this does become a 3. Okay, one of these 2 will be a 4. One of these 3 will be a 4. I have 6 possibilities here. Everything's open to being a 4 here. And there. We get a 4 here, so those go away. And we have 4 possibilities here, though. Okay, one of these two will be a 5. Got 3 possible 5s here. 3 possible 5s. Nope, this one's going to be a 5. 2 possible, a 5 there. That leaves 2 possible a5 there as well, and 2 possible 5s there. Okay, 6s. We end up with a 6 here. 2 possible 6s here. 2 possible 6s here. 4 possibles there. 3 possibles here. Okay. 7s. We've got a 7 going in here. 2 possible 7s here. 4 possible 7s here. 4 possible 7s here. 3 possible 7s here. And 3 possible 7s here. 8s. 3 possible 8s here. 2 possible 8s here. 2 possible 8s here. An 8 here, which makes this into a 4. And that's 8s on the board now. So 9s, we've got 3 possible 9s here. 4 possibles down here. 9 here. So 2 possible 9s here. This one gets to be a 3. Skip over that. Possibly just in that square. All right, this becomes a 3 down here as well, because that's the last one there. 9s, though. We now have 2 possible 9s here. I think that takes care of everything. This becomes a 6. This looks like it's going to be a 4 with a 3 down here. 1 and 9 with a 1 over here. And this one becomes a 9. Just seeing that. This one's a 9 here. And that means I've got 2 possibles there and here. But this one's a standalone. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yes, this is a 9. Turns this into an 8. I got a 7, 2 pair here. This becomes a 6. 1, 5 pair here. Turns that into an 8. All right. That's a nice quad that any one of them solves the other 2. Well, this becomes a 3. That's not going to help much. All right. 7, 2. 6, 2, 6, 2. So that's a 4 and a 5 there. 7, 2, 7, 2 says this is going to be a 9 and a 3 here. That now becomes a 4. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 3. Let's see, 7, 6, 7, 6 makes this into a 4. This is the only 8 in the column. That makes this into a 2. This becomes a 7 with a 2 up here. a 1 and a 7 here, 5 and a 4 here, 5 and a 1 here, 7, 2, 6, 7, 6, 2, 7, and 2. Okay, 37 minutes and 7 seconds to solve that. That's significantly longer than I prefer, but I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, kibitzing, telling me all the things that I should have done right. Just a reminder, you can do that if you catch the live stream. I'll see if I get another live stream going tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Might be a little bit before or after. I'm aiming to get these started at 3. Got a little late yesterday. Not as late as I have been many times. I wish you all a good evening. Hope you have as much fun as I'm expecting to have. We'll see you